Hey, welcome along. It's Nat here, and this is part 2 in a video series where I'm talking about my Snakes and Ladders game. So this is a crypto game, a crypto trading game that I'm playing, that I created, and where I'm actually trading my way up from starting capital all the way up to higher and higher amounts in my trading account. So if you haven't actually seen part 1 of this video, it's probably not going to make a lot of sense part 2, this video. So I do encourage you to go back to part 1 and have a watch of that. The link is in the description to part 1 of the video. And that's where I have a chat with Jody and I explain about the game. It is actually based on the kids' game Snakes and Ladders, the whole concept of that. And I also explain why I started it, what's the whole concept around it, and why am I using a gaming concept to increase my trading account in crypto. It's pretty cool. I really like this game. So this is part 2, and I wanted to go through the actual spreadsheet that I'm using, and you're actually going to see what I've been doing already. I have actually started the game. I'm on level 8 of the game right now. So I've taken my starting capital here of $700, and I'm actually at, let's have a look, scrolling down to $2,178 so far in my trading account. So I've tripled it, my account in, so they were about the 16th of January. I put on this last lot of things. So about, what's that, 2 months. 2 months I've actually tripled my starting capital of $700. Now, as I explained in part 1, you can also play this game, and I really encourage you to do this. There's no point just sitting back passively and watching me make real profits. You can actually be doing the same thing as well, and I do encourage you to do that. And if you join us in the crypto code, then you also get a copy of the spreadsheet. And you can definitely play along with me, because each week we get together with our crypto buddies and we get to talk about these trades, which is fantastic. And other people are doing really well as well. So this, as you can see in the spreadsheet, the first thing is talking about levels. Now, the reason why I wanted to actually start this game was because I didn't want to get overwhelmed by the amount of money that was actually going into trades. So because we all have such an emotional attachment to money, I wanted to take the money equation out of it. And the best way to do that was to actually focus on levels. So just like gaming, exactly like gaming, all you do is focus on moving to the next level. And that's all I'm doing. So we start here at level 0, and then we move to level 1, level 2, and we scroll right down. It keeps going, and you can have this spreadsheet go as long as you like, depending on how much money you would like to make. But my first goal of this game is to actually get to $20,000 in my trading account. My feeling around that, now I've started trading, is that I don't want to just put $20,000 into one trade. That's not where I'm at. I don't know that I'd ever be at that if I've only got $20,000 in my account. What I would like to do and prefer to do, and you'll see this in the spreadsheet, is I like to take the amount of capital that I have built up and actually divide it into a couple of trades. So I'm spreading my risk across a couple of trades. Some will go up, some will go down. Hopefully they come back up. So with $20,000 in my trading account, or $21,000 if I reach level 36 of the game, when I reach level 36 of the game, then I'm figuring that I'm going to be able to put about $4,000 into each trade, and then have, so over 4 trades, so that would be about $16,000, and then I would have $4,000 or $5,000 just sitting there as reserve as well. That gives me a little bit of a buffer in case anything goes wrong and I need to change up stuff. Sometimes if markets go down, you might need to put some more money in. Actually, sometimes you want to put more money in because you're actually buying at a lower price. So that gives me the ability to do that. So that's what I'm thinking. If I have $20,000 in my trading account, then I'm going to be pretty comfortable. If I can put $4,000 into a trade, and I can use a little bit of leverage as well, and I'll talk about leverage as we go along playing this game, but leverage really just multiplies the amount of money that you've got. So basically you're borrowing money to actually increase the amount of money that's going into a trade. So if I have $4,000 going into a trade and I have it on, say, 2x leverage, so that's 2 times the amount of money, that's $8,000 going into a trade, it doesn't take much percentage for me to actually make some pretty good money. So that's what I'm thinking. If I can get to sort of $4,000, $5,000 trades, then I'm actually going to be sitting pretty sweet and actually making some pretty decent money each week. So that's my first goal, is to get to 20,000 or 21,000, level 36 of the game. It takes me to $21,000 in my trading account. Now I'm thinking anything that I make, because I'm going to keep trading obviously, anything I make over and above that, then I can put that into buying other coins when we get different pullbacks, and the market drops a little bit, which it will do in the bull market. Even though we're generally going up in a bull market, it does have its little pullbacks here and there. And I'm feeling like if I can keep making money in my trading account, then I can be using that to buy different coins as well, top up some BTC when it goes down, those sorts of things. So the levels of the game go all the way up. This one goes all the way up to level 62, which is $250,000. So it's sort of quite interesting when you look at the multiplier effects and you look at some of these figures. You get to level 41 and you have around $35,000. By the time you get to level 50, you've got $80,000 in your account. But then we jump up to the next lot of levels. We get to 51 and we're around $90,000. And it only takes 12 levels to actually get up to $250,000, $255,000. So when you get to these sorts of figures, that's going to be fairly interesting when I have that sort of money in my account to be able to just play with. So I'm really going to get to $20,000 and then I'm going to decide what to do from there, whether I keep going and I don't take the money out of my trading account and I keep building it and I keep increasing. I think the thing I like about this game is that it's allowing me and my mindset to actually shift as the game shifts. So you can see up here, when I first started, the trade amounts that I was actually putting in. So I started with just $100 in of that $700 that I started with. And then I slowly increased, well, I can't say I slowly increased because it only took 3 trades and then suddenly I jumped up to $500 into a trade. But I've really varied it a little bit. I sort of found a bit of a sweet spot around the $300 mark for a little while. I dropped back to 100 something to 200 something. Then I got a little bit more bolshy and I started up to around $700 in the trade when I actually had a lot more in my account. So back here I had about $1,800 in my account by that stage. I think I've always used the rule of thumb of having about a third or a quarter of my actual account going into one trade. But I might have 3 or 4 trades on at the time. So I'm using the capital that I've got, but it's really broken down into 3 or 4 trades. So I'm not, again, reducing the amount of risk that's going in. So, but I have learnt a lot over the time too. And that's why you'll see things like the leverage change. So back here, I would just whack on leverage. I really didn't know anything about leverage. When you get up to 10x and things like that, that's pretty significant leverage that you're using because you're actually borrowing those funds and you can get, stopped out and things like that. So that's all part of the game as well. So now I'm a little bit more conservative probably than when I first started. I probably wouldn't do any more than about a 5x. Here I was doing 15. So I wouldn't be putting those sorts of leverage on unless I knew the trade was going extremely well. But again, I've learned a lot as I've gone along. So I've pulled it back a little bit. And I usually wait now. I started at a 2x and then I wait to see how the trade actually goes. If it's going well, then I will up the leverage. And that's what I've mapped out here. So on this particular trade, I've gone from 2x to 7x. And then I would drop back to 2x because the coin actually started going back down again. And I wanted it to go up. So I dropped it back down. You'll also see differences here in the buy steps. So, originally I was just buying straight in at the market price. So wherever the price was at the time, I would buy in. But I learned along the way to actually start buying in little bits by little bits and waiting for the market to actually pull back as well, not just buying in one hit. So you can see here that I've actually started to put in lower and lower figures to actually get better buy-in prices as well. So I learned to do that. So all the stuff that I'm learning actually is in the crypto code, and it's been fantastic for that. Joel and Adam are awesome teachers, like really good teachers. Adam actually teaches the actual courses that you can go through in the crypto code. So it's actually an education program first and foremost. But Joel is actually a trader and he's been trading, well, they're both traders, but Joel has been trading for about 20 years and it's great to watch him actually put trades on. He'll actually do different YouTube videos and things like that and actually show you putting on trades. And so that's where I learned how to actually buy at lower and lower prices. So I get better results, better profits by doing that. And the other thing that I learned from Joel as well was actually taking profits along the way. So you don't just wait till it hits the top of the market type thing, because you're never going to be able to guess where that is, but actually taking profits along the way in the trades as well. And so that's what I've been doing here. Now, all of these figures, funny enough, are actually in the target indicators. So we actually get given these figures. I don't have to necessarily work them out, which really has been fantastic. So in this series, I'm actually going to show you how they do that, and what you actually get given. So it's a total no-brainer in terms of being able to put these things on. It also tells you the stop losses to put on as well if you want, and when to take profits. So you can see here that I've actually done 26 trades so far, and I've had 2 losses. So that's a 95% win. I'm actually pretty happy with that, because I started with the premium trade alerts, which is actually where the boys actually give you all of the details that you need to put a trade on and what particular coin that actually is. And then I got, a lot more confident, I suppose, and now I use the actual target indicators. I think the other cool thing about having a spreadsheet like this and having some of the columns that I've actually put into this spreadsheet is to actually see your own journey in trading and how you develop. So, this particular column here, which is the cause, what caused that trade to finish up. And a lot of them I actually had stopped in the beginning because I was so nervous. I kept thinking, okay, they're going up, but I'm expecting them to fall down at some stage as well. And so I got really nervous and I would stop a lot of them. Some of them I hit my targets. It hit the stop loss on one of them, which was the loss that I made. But a lot of them I actually have hit my targets, and it's hit all the targets as well. So it's actually really good to see how good you are and how good you become as a trader along the way as well. The other thing that I'm really grateful that I've put into this spreadsheet is the lessons I've learned. So lots of different good points, things that I've forgotten along the way about putting into the settings and stuff like that. It's like, whoops, okay. I also have seen where I've jumped into trades and I wasn't necessarily feeling those trades. I just I should be trading, I should be doing something. And so I jump in. And then it's like, oh, it's gone back down. Holy crap. It's like gone in the opposite direction. I was like, it's because I wasn't really feeling it. You've got to feel the confidence to actually put these trades on. So it's been some really big lessons through this process as well. And the other column that I have here is the emotions. And I think this is really important too when it comes to trading. It's really interesting to see how you develop in your emotions. So I was very nervous to start. I was very excited when I first started this game. Then I went through a real phase of feeling almost lost my confidence. And it's sort of, you can really start to see this here, where there was nothing necessarily going wrong with the trades. I just really almost felt like I knew nothing. Maybe I was learning more stuff, and then I was like, oh crap, I don't really know that much stuff. In the beginning it was just beginner's luck. And then I started to feel really overwhelmed for a while with my trading. But the more I got into it, and it didn't take many trades either, because I think that's one of the benefits of the crypto code, is that they're giving you the trades as well, and you can easily read off the indicators. So when that came into play, because when I first started, they didn't have the target indicators in the crypto code. So they became, not that long ago that we've been playing around with those. And that's where I started to really win a lot of trades and feel a lot more confident in putting trades on, because they were telling me when to buy in, what prices to buy in at. They were telling me when to take profits and how high up was the price going to go in this run. So I didn't need to work all those things out before I did. So it's really been a game changer in the last couple of weeks of doing these target indicators, and the results definitely have been pretty amazing. And I cannot wait for the bull run to really get going. We've been in a little bit of a consolidation period after the ETF of BTC. So I'm really keen to, get these markets happening, and so that I can get into the target indicators, because it's really quite amazing what's going to be happening. And that's why I'm feeling that I can get to this $20,000 in my trading account before too long, and then keep increasing into my trading account if I feel to as well. Maybe I will get up to $250,000 by the end of the bull market. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm pretty excited about finding out whether I can do it or not. Hopefully you can join me on the journey. I'm going to be doing this introductory series really just to give you the lay of the land of how I'm actually doing these trades and how I'm setting them up, how I'm using the target indicators. And then I'm going to be doing 1-minute videos each day. So just YouTube shorts, quick 1 minutes to give you an update of the trades that I'm taking, why I'm taking those trades, show you inside my actual trading account, and then give you updates throughout the day of how those trades are going, and then getting out of those trades. because we're getting all the information from the target indicators. Actually, I'm going to show you really quickly the target indicators because they're pretty amazing. So this is BTC and what it's doing right now. But here is the target indicators. It's showing the exact direction it's going to go to. It's telling me where the target price is going to be, how much money I would make on that. Well, not how much money, but how much percentage increase or it's going to be, or decrease in this case. And then the buy levels to get in at. These are the prices that I would put in, and these are the targets to go for. This is when I would take my profits. The entry price to go in and where to put my stop loss so I don't lose too much money. So everything is there. This is the target indicators you're looking inside right now. They're amazing. So I don't have to sit there and try and figure all this out. You actually just plug that into 3 which I'll talk about very shortly. That's the trading software. And that's it. It's really super simple, and I want to show you how simple it actually is. And you can be making profits like this. This is all I'm using to do trading. I knew nothing about trading when I first started this game back in November 19. I had watched 2 videos inside the Crypto Code to actually start putting on their premium trade alerts. So as I said, I don't use them as much now. I'm using the target indicators, which gives me a lot more range of coins. I can choose any coin I like and see whether it's going to perform. And if it is, then I can put on a trade. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and got a lot out of it. In the next video, in the introductory series of the Snakes and Ladders game, I'm going to take you inside the target indicators and show you exactly how they work and why they work so well. They're actually pretty amazing. So I'll see you in that video very shortly. Okay, bye for now.